Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today, well, it's time we got back to work on that Lois Lane number 19. And so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's watch and see what I did. Let's see what we've got here. Lois Lane number 19. This is the interior of the cover that I destroyed. But we're not going to give up on that. Let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Ooh, got a little nasty scar piece there. That's no big deal. I'm looking for stains more than anything else. And it definitely looks like it could use a bath. It's not bad, but I want to get some of that tannin out of it. And I think when I give it a bath, I'm just going to give it the bare bones. No soap, just water, calcium hydroxide, methyl cellulose solution for about 5 minutes. And then put it in my my cold press along with some blotter paper, and each page or each wrap will take about 4 or 5 hours to dry. That blotter paper works wonders, and I might actually do 2 pages at a time, which would make it go quicker. I could use my other method, but it's just too cold in that room to do it. I have to do this stuff in my kitchen. It's the only room that I have a lot of space in where I can actually do things like that, unless I want to do it here in front of the camera. And that, doing it in front of the camera prevents me from doing anything else with the camera. You know, like taking pictures of the stuff I'm putting on eBay. And that's not a good thing. So, yeah, the pages actually look pretty good. I don't see any tears. It's mostly just tannin. You know, the brown on the pages. And I don't want to get all of it off. I just want to get some of it off. It doesn't really matter. But if I find a better cover for it, maybe I'll want to transfer this comic to that better cover. We're going to go ahead and take the staples out. Hey, I found my tool without having to try. What about the other tool? Where's that? I don't know. There it is. And we'll put this over here. See if I can take that staple out easily. Oh, we're going to have to do it this way. It doesn't. Both sides don't want to come out. You see how curved that staple is? I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's in pretty bad shape, and it almost looks like bronze or brass. It could be. Who knows? We'll set that there. Get a little piece of tape. Somebody used my tape and didn't fold the edge over. I suspect it was one of the cats, because I wouldn't have ever done that. No, it was me. I hope I have that done right. I don't know. Not going to worry about it. Let's do the other one. And if you don't have this capable staple tool, that is the way I just did it, where I hold down the one staple, and then that is another method you can use that works pretty well. I like to just be able to push it through. No, it's not going to. One side's going to go through, the other side isn't, so that goes like that. Get another little tiny piece of tape. Now, a lot of people just put the staples on the tape, and I don't like doing that. I like doing it this way. I think it works better for me. Maybe not for everyone, but it works better for me that way. So we have the staples out. Put the tools away so we don't lose them. And do I have a pen or a pencil? Got to mark on what it is, because I will have 4, 5, 6 different staples out of comics at a time. All right, I'm going to do these 2 wraps, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to do all of that off. I'm going to do the first 2 wraps. I'm going to do them off camera, then I'll show them to you. If they get dried before I have to upload this video. These are unworked pages. They haven't been washed or anything. I'm going to compare them to the ones that I've cleaned, and if there's no significant difference, I'm not going to do these. But I believe, I have a feeling that I will definitely be working on them. Maybe. It's not that much of a difference, really. It looks almost the same. Check the other one. Yeah, there's not enough of a difference there for me to work on the rest of the pages, because these pages aren't bad. I mean, they don't smell, they're not brittle, they're very supple. So unless I want to use soap on them, which I don't really want to do, actually I do want to, but it's just too cold in that room to do that. I think I'm just going to leave them, which means I have to go back to working on the cover again. And we know what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to set these off to the side. I might decide to go ahead and clean the rest of them. I might decide to re-clean these using a little bit of soap. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for right now, I don't think I'm going to. Alright, I got my pencils out. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. This matches that color fairly well. You see? What I do is, I've got this piece of newsprint here, and I'm just going to color a little bit right by the edge, and you see the color's almost perfect. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, just like this. And what I'm doing is I'm turning the pencil slightly as I do the colors. And that's what I'm going to do here, to try to fix some of this color loss. I will not be selling this comic. I will be keeping it. I guess I would give it away if somebody wanted it bad enough. But basically I'm putting dots on the page that are a little bit larger than the actual coloration. So you would be able to see this. If you looked at it with a loop. I don't know if it'll show up on with the blue light. We'll check that. I think it will. This is PC 903. Looks a little better, not much. This page actually has a tear there. I'm going to have to fix that. Little methyl cellulose will fix that up from the back side. So we know we want to use this one. How about the cape? And which would be the same color as the boots. Maybe this one? Close, but I don't know. Maybe a little too dark. Let me try this one. No, but fits the lettering pretty good, so we'll keep that one out. Another red here. I believe that one's it. And that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm pulling out the colors that I think I'm going to need. I need black. Definitely need that. For things like this. And around his knee. That's how I'm going to work on it. Now you know. I can even do some of the lettering, like up here where it says. I can fill in some of that lettering that's gone. I do not recommend you do this unless it is for your personal collection. Absolutely not. Do not do this. And like I said, unless it's for your personal collection. I need a yellow, even though I don't see a need for it. I might need it in that cream color. Maybe I want to color that up a little bit. It's a yellowish. Nope, definitely not. It's almost a beige color. I'm thinking this one right here. Now that won't work. That's it. I could even color in some of this brown and turn it to a yellowish color. Oops. Real fragile paper. That's what I ended up with. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this video. Okay, I forgot something. My light. Let's see if it makes any difference. We're going to turn this way down. And maybe I need to turn it back up a little bit. It's not doing right. I'm not seeing much of a difference from where I colored it in. Yeah, there is. It's a little bit red. Well, no, it's red no matter where I show it. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to tell it with this, but with a loop you could definitely tell it. Let's bring that up a little bit. Yeah, there's not that much difference in color variation with this light. It's supposed to be a blue light, but it's showing red. It's not really showing much difference between the areas that are the normal inks and the areas that I've colored in. And like I said, if you put a loop on that, you're definitely going to see the difference. There you go. I'm not sure I want to work on that interior anymore because it didn't really change a whole lot. The water was just barely a little different color. Now, if you think I should go ahead and do the whole interior and maybe use a little soap and rinse on it before I do the calcium hydroxide and the methylcellulose, well, put that in the comment down below because I'd like to know your opinion on that. I showed you how I'm going to be putting some of the color back in. I don't expect to try to get that cover to look perfect or anywhere near what the original one looked like, or the one that I replaced, which I will be showing you tonight on my Wednesday night program. Yeah, my live stream, Coffee with Chaos, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'll be there. Will you? Hope so. But yeah, I just want to make it look a little bit better. And the interesting part about it was that when I put my UV light over it, I couldn't tell the difference between where the Prismacolor was and the regular ink. But use this or a loop or a magnifying or a microscope, digital microscope, you will be able to tell the difference very easily. If you scan it at high res, you will be able to tell the difference. Matter of fact, I will do a high res scan of that cover once I finish it and show it to you. So that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I you know, made sense out of something. I don't know. And we'll see you tonight on my live stream. Bye.